Oh, and there it is. Dope Games has hit the first. He has claimed the top spot. He is number 0 on today's index. That's right. You want to know how you get to be the index? That's right. You got to get here ahead of Dope. But this time, tonight, Dope is our official index for the evening. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Are you people ready? Are we excited? Are we happy? Are we having a good day? It is Tuesday. You know what that means? That's right. It is time for Talk Tuesday, and today's index, the guy who's going to start it all off, he's going to show it how to get it done. That's right, it is one and only Dope Games. Welcome on in. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. We're ready to get started. We have a special guest already lined up for you guys, and tonight is going to be just as fabulous and fantastic as every other Talk Tuesday has been. And we're starting it off right with Dope Games hitting that button. He is first on the scene, making the green. He's dynamite and completely out of sight. Let's go. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. How is everybody doing this evening? I hope that you are doing fantastic. Johnny, thank you for the lurk. Welcome in. Drink a bell. I see you out there. Hello. Welcome in. It is awfully late in the evening. But still, fantastic to see you here, Johnny. I think I've already said hi to. Sniff, yes, work, lurk, and listen. That is, or just lurk and listen. It's just fine. And then there's the brick red cat hanging out there, yes. And then I saw a squirrel in there, yep, lurking for the first bit. Probably will be back for the second bit. We'll see. But I hope you guys are just as ready as I am, because tonight we have an exciting special guest. Not like they all haven't been exciting, but, still an exciting special guest. Tonight's special guest spends her times wandering aimlessly in survival games. Her specialty is in farming and feeding everyone around her. From suicidal roofs to perfectly manicured farms, she is a master from the ground up and can even offer you a treatise on the art of beard growth or tree chopping. From Denmark to Minecraft, she's a regular face, lost with nothing but charm. She's a regular face around here, getting lost with nothing but her charm and grace. Grab your compass and your maps now. Let's go have ourselves an adventure with our special guest tonight. That's right. We're talking about Shalinar. And there's the button. Hello. Welcome to Talk Tuesday, Shale.
Hello.
Aha.
I'm still looking at your screen.
Yes, I know. Well, I haven't converted it over just yet.
I see.
You're in a rush.
I am.
It's like, I want to go.
Gotta get to the puzzle.
Thank you for the lurkies drink. You can always do exclamation puzzle in the chat. It'll get you the link to the puzzle.
I'm working on it. What puzzle did you pick for me to do?
You'll have to check it out and see. All right, get ready. We are cutting over to the Talk Tuesday screen. We're going to get this little happy Tuesday podcast of ours up and going. Zoop. Wave hi to your adoring audience as we watch you make faces on the screen. Norson, welcome on in. So, as is customary here on Talk Tuesday, right? Chat's going to come in. They're going to ask you questions. I will field the questions. You will get stuck answering the questions. You may get stuck answering some really embarrassing questions. Who knows? Feel free at any point in time, if you don't feel like the answer is appropriate or you don't want to share the answer to the question, you are welcome to go, no, we're skipping that question. Moving along. There's not a need for you to read the questions.
My glasses out from behind my ears. My headset is squishing.
Okay. But yeah, there you go. Those are all the standard rules for Talk Tuesday. We normally... Oh, I see a wifey. Yes, you do. They are tonight's special guest on Talk Tuesday. So, as is typical, we have 2 questions that we ask to get things started up. It kind of keeps things going, keeps things lively. I will banter. We will talk. We will go down rabbit holes. It's all just fine and dandy. It is what we live for. It is what we do around here. And usually you're lurking during Talk Tuesdays, but I imagine you hear at least half the conversation.
I listen a lot more than what you think I do. I just don't.
I was going to say, I'm certain that you catch at least half of the conversations because you can hear my big mouth from the other side of the house. So,
This is completely accurate.
okay, you can't move forward if you're going to have your boom like that.
Okay, I have to find my ghost chat so I can see through the puzzle. Just give me a second.
So moves out of the way of the mic. We can't hear her anymore.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah, now that I turned you up.
Oh, well, I also turned the mic. I just wanted to get to my ghost chat so I could, see chat while I was doing the puzzle.
Well, there you go. She does what she wants. You're not wrong, Fox. You are not wrong. I suppose it's either Fox or Bull. I'm going based on the typing and whatnot. That's probably a Bull on the other side.
You'll never know.
That looks more like a me. Yeah, that's Bull.
Okay.
It's actually rather interesting. You can tell the differences in who's talking based on commentary from the Peanut Gallery. It's absolutely fantastic. So as we typically do around here, though, first two questions are mine, and then we will start fielding questions in from our audience, and we'll get this show underway. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm
Miss, you are in the hot seat.
I'm trying to get comfortable. Okay, now I can get to the puzzle, which you are already flying through. Can I zoom in on this puzzle? Oh, I can.
Yeah, scroll. You can zoom in, zoom out.
This is a very big puzzle.
It's 700 and some pieces. It's the same size of puzzles we do every week on Tuesday.
Okay. No pressure.
I was making these smaller, and we went through them too fast, and I made them bigger, and we never made it all the way through them. And so this seemed to be a good solid number. We can get most of the puzzle done at this pace. All right. So first question out the gate, the name Shelinar. I have a rough inkling about where that name came from.
It was the name of one of my...
But for everybody else
characters.
here, I know it's named one of your characters, but like the originality, where does it arrive from? Where did you come up with a name?
I think it had to do with a... You're asking me about something that happened over 3 decades ago. I think it had to do with... I know it had to do with a specific campaign in D&D, but I was like 13.
Time to make up a new
It's
origin.
not time to make up a new origin story. The origin story is still the same. It was what I named one of my characters when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old in D&D, and I just thought it looked cool. So
when I asked you about it, you were like, "Oh, it came from a book you read."
No, I think you're thinking of some other girlfriend of yours.
Negatory.
Some other wife?
Nope.
Then I was telling you something to get you to stop pestering me. Because I have no recollection of that whatsoever at all.
Well, get you to shut up already. Here, take this. Useless information.
Yeah. Yep. Something exactly like that.
Wow.
It could have been a book I was reading. I don't really remember. I honestly, if we had that conversation 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I've slept a few nights since then and have forgotten even more of my childhood. So there's no telling.
There you go. The deepest of lores. It is so far in the past that she no longer remembers what it is.
It's so far in the past, I don't even give a. I don't care. How's that?
That's a valid point.
Okay.
If anybody's trying to figure out, all I'm doing is just grabbing the edge pieces. This is what I do every time we do a Talk Tuesday. Is I spend the first half of it just finding all the edge pieces. If I can get the edges all the way around, I'm happy. That's it. Because the insides, I forget about the insides. You might actually enjoy this puzzle.
Okay, so what's the next question? Because I see people are already asking questions.
Yeah. You're in such a rush. We meander through these.
No, what you mean is
These
you
interviews.
meander through these.
No, it's a we. It's a lovely, gentle conversation.
Lovely, gentle.
There's a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling, a lot of poking fun at each other, a lot of questions that get answered, a lot of interesting,
A lot of dead
topics
air
that
at
come
the
up.
moment.
No, there's no dead air. What do you mean dead air? We're sitting there talking already. A lot of crying.
Oh,
Yes,
I love
you
you.
got that right, Zoda.
Okay. A lot of crying.
It will be if she starts spilling deep dark secrets.
I'm convinced that half the people are going to show up just to ask me questions about you.
No,
Yeah.
that wouldn't do him any good since I have the final say on the questions that come through. So, like, no, I'll just refund that one. You can't have that question.
Well, I
Anyways,
don't know. I could read them all by myself. Decide to answer them without you.
don't threaten him with a good time now.
I won't. I won't threaten him with a good time.
This is chat we're talking about here. Chat is notorious for like, oh, really? You're gonna offer me a good time? Would be. They will happily take off on that. So the second question that normally gets asked around here is, what was the impetus that got you started into streaming?
Well, I've answered this question a few times, but it's your fault. And then vicariously through you, my fault.
How is it my fault?
Well, because we spent an inordinate amount of time watching Hermitcraft on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we would listen to it and watch it while we were playing Minecraft. I was like, we could totally do that. And you were like, you're right. We totally could. We should do that. And I was like, all right. And then next thing I know, I hear, I figured out how we're going to do that. We're going to start streaming on Twitch. And I went, excuse me? How do we get from, hey, let's make some Minecraft videos where our faces and our voices just, our voices are attached to little characters running around on a screen in carefully scripted and accidentally scripted scenarios while we're just goofing off playing Minecraft together, become we're going to stream on Twitch.
Hey, it sounded like a good idea.
And the answers were logical.
No,
the answers
Norson,
were logical. I'll tell you what, Dorson, you have now been elected the official Nori's fault counter. What's that? Anyway, his answers were logical. One, neither one of our computers could handle us recording while we were playing and hosting the game because we didn't have servers back then. We were just playing on one of our computers.
Technically, we were playing on a laptop.
We were playing on a laptop. Regardless, there was no way that we could record stuff. and our computers were really old, and then we got laptops, and that was better. And I recorded while we were playing and trashed the fans in my laptop. My gaming laptop. They are still trashed. We have replacements, but they haven't been installed yet. We've had those replacements for a couple years now.
We've had,
But
they're sitting around. They're fine.
yeah, I know they're fine. They're just not where they belong. Anyway, so yeah, Nori's fault, but my fault. And now I'm finally learning how to edit video and learning the ins and outs of all things YouTube. And gotta add in Instagram soon. You heard that excitement in my voice. So eventually, and maybe another 5 years from now, we might get around to doing some Minecraft videos on YouTube. It's because it's been about 5 years since that brilliant idea occurred.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so this has been a really slow meander to finding some people and doing some Hermitcraft style Minecraft YouTube videos. It's not gotten real far yet, but we're there. We're getting there.
It's very much a work in progress.
It is
a labor of love.
It's fine. Look at there.
I blame Norson. It's his fault.
Oh, pretty sure Norson blames you.
Problems. Nope. Okay. Hermitcraft, let's go. Let's see. So that's how we got started. It's not too bad. Fox and Bull would like to know, what do you like most about streaming so far?
Probably the people I've met and hang out with. Because the streaming itself, I don't overly enjoy.
What about the streaming itself that you don't overly enjoy?
It's really, I think I enjoyed it more before my neck injury got really bad. I say before my neck injury, but I've had this injury for at least 2 decades. So, before it got so bad that it hurt to play, it wasn't as bad. But after it got worse, having to try and play is hard already, and then having to try and play and pay attention to chat is really I get worn out really easy, and after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm just kind of done. And I don't think that's really a long enough stream. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe some people are down for a short stream.
Some people do shorter streams, some people do longer streams. It really is.
But I think in general, I just I'm finding it harder to enjoy gaming because the stuff that I want to play, it's hard for me to play.
Well, I get that.
And there's no new good MMOs out there. We need a new good MMO that's not World of Warcraft. And I've given up.
I would say good luck on that one.
I've officially given up hope this time. The survival games are fun and everything, but I need a game where I can drive with the mouse and these, abilities with my left hand and be able to tab target so that I can play and enjoy it. Because having to drive constantly with my left arm is kind
I
of
would
garbage.
like to get away from tap targeting.
I understand, and I know that people don't like tap targeting because there is an awful lot of stupid DPS out there. And I get that. But as not stupid DPS and as a healer, I don't care because I met this really awesome tank playing World of Warcraft, and he taught me to not heal stupid. And once I learned that trick, life was great.
I would say ruined you because shortly thereafter, you refused to heal for anybody else, and I believe a lot of people had a lot of complaints over it.
I don't really care. You did ruin me, but hey, I became really awesome DPS after that, so it's all good.
It took a little bit, but it was actually very satisfying because I would tell her, they're like, well, they ran off and then they pulled the stuff and then they were fixing to get everybody killed. Yeah, and then now you had to spend twice as much healing me so I could fix their screw up. And now we're stuck sitting here because they screwed up and we're now all paying the penalty for it. Here's what you do: let them die.
Like, am I looking for edge pieces in vain? Is that what's going on?
You're doing whatever you want to do.
Got a whole bunch of them.
The puzzle is just here to put a visual element on the screen and give people something to interact with and have fun with while we sit and talk about you.
Yeah, I'm not really doing anything with the game. So, have we gotten to Zoda's question yet?
Your favorite ice cream flavor?
I was just wondering where we are in the list.
No, we haven't gotten to Zoda's questions yet. We're still working our way through Fox's. I'm still unpacking it yet. We're not done.
I see. So Bull loaded you with questions. Got it.
No, we're still on. Wow.
We're on Fox's questions?
Yeah, we're still unpacking Fox's question. Because I'm curious because I've got further questions that I want to dive deeper into this. And you're like, no, we're done. We're not talking about this anymore. Wait, no, stop.
Okay. Well, keep going.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You're Zodicus would like to know what your favorite ice cream flavor is.
I don't know. I hate questions like that. I hate what is your favorite. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I can tell you lots of ice creams that I really love. I love pistachio ice cream. That is one of my favorite ice cream flavors. I like peppermint ice cream at Christmas time because I grew up getting peppermint ice cream at Christmas time. I love bubblegum ice cream, but I haven't had it in years. But I love bubblegum flavored things in general. Let's see. Mint chocolate chip is definitely right up there as one of my favorites. I also really like vanilla bean, but I don't like French vanilla.
Too sweet?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I like Heavenly Hash. Heavenly Hash is one of my favorite flavors.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Heavenly Hash is good. Rocky Road is also good. But Heavenly Hash is better because it has marshmallow in it.
No.
Marshmallow fluff and ice cream is awesome.
No, that's horrible. Why would you do that? That's just squishy sugar for no real good reason. Yo.
Ooh, I haven't had red bean ice cream in a long time. Oh, Spumoni's good too. I like Spumoni. I mean, it just depends on what kind of flavors I'm in the mood for. I don't have a favorite ice cream. If you made me pick, it would be a toss up between pistachio, mint chocolate chip, and vanilla bean. But you'd never get me to pick one. It just wouldn't.
Not a thing you're capable of doing, huh?
No, but I don't like that question about anything. I don't like what's your favorite TV show? Well, which genre of TV show?
Well,
I just what's your favorite movie? Those things just the movie I can almost answer because The Princess Bride. If I have to answer a movie, that's always going to be it, hands down. Best movie ever. But it's not the best movie ever for all of the times because sometimes you want to watch The Matrix. Sometimes you want to watch Star Wars. Sometimes you want, I mean, there's just, yeah. So if we could avoid the favorite questions, that'd be awesome.
Sometimes
Because I just
like
rambled incessantly. Oh,
You're
well, that one
ramble.
I can answer. I saw what you did there, Zoda. Zoda and I share the same favorite album of all time. There is an answer for that one.
You understand that rambling is a perfectly okay thing to do around here.
And the best album ever, in case you're wondering, is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. And Zoda and I won't take any other arguments because there just aren't any good ballad ones.
Yes, she is definitely a Beatles fan. If you hadn't already gathered that much.
I also like Simon and Garfunkel and the Mamas and Papas and what's their names? A lot of yeah, but best album, like every single song on the album has to be killer. It's Sgt. Pepper's Heart Club Band. Period. The end. Amen.
Well,
there's a lot of good albums out there, but that one's the best. Anyway, next question. Somehow we went from ice cream to movies.
But that's what we do here.
I know. But I did it all by myself. There was no help in that direction whatsoever at all.
Yeah, well,
except for at the very end.
You seem to be understand the thought process that I wrangle the directionalities of conversations. They meander through the webs of the woods all on their own. I don't have to do anything. It's a Lisa Pizza. Welcome in.
Hello, Lisa Pizza.
Hello. and first off, Fox says you are super huggable. Yes, we already know that. And she also says that you are welcome to ramble away just like you do on your phone calls. So ramble. Let's see. Miss B would like to know if you could make the perfect game. What would it be, and what elements would you include inside that game?
If I could make the perfect game.
Yep.
If I could make the perfect game, it would have PvP in arenas in this style of World of Warcraft. It would have you could drive with either your mouse or the keyboard so that I could actually play the game and enjoy it. You could use tab targeting or not, depending on whether or not you wanted to use it. like World of Warcraft. Okay, and now we're going to deviate from World of Warcraft. It needs to have like invasions, like in Rift or Defiance, with the big,
the
world
random stupid. We
PVE.
didn't have any idea what to do to keep you busy, so we're just going to throw this thing right in the middle of where you're questing at and everything else that completely disrupts everything you're
Derail
doing.
everything you're doing and give you several different what am I looking for? Waves of baddies to kill in a very large group where everybody has to come running from all over the server. I like server wide fun. Like that.
Yeah.
I know. It would also need to have roles. I don't like, like Guild Wars 2 would be a great game if they just had a real tank and a real healer. I would play it all the time. They don't have a real tank and they don't have a real healer.
They don't have a concept of a group either. I mean, it's loosely there.
It's loosely there. So it'd have to have roles, and you can say like World of Warcraft, so the younger kids get it, I guess. But like any older MMO that had a tank and a support and a couple DPS and a healer, and it would need to have, I think, 10-man and maybe 20-man raids. But I don't ever want to have to try and coordinate a 40-man raid ever again as long as I live. So no 40-man raids, because whoever came up with that idea was on some serious drugs.
That particular thing showed up as a direct result set of trying to compete with EverQuest's no limit raids. Like we had 500-600 man raids in EverQuest back in those days.
Okay, but I've played EverQuest, and that game is just...
No, you've played the modified, updated. We tried to make it look like everybody else so that people would stick around EverQuest.
Okay. Well, I saw the original being played because my friends tried to convince me to come play. It was great. We could play D&D 24/7. Like, no, I have a job. Actually, I have 3 of those and a small child and a husband. And nope, I don't have time for that anymore. I am no longer a teenager. Do not have 72 hours straight to waste gaming. Sorry. Let's see. Having some like having the quest be more mission oriented, like Defiance, that would be kind of cool. Where you just go and into an area and fight for your life, basically.
Right.
Until you get the objective completed, and then you run like hell back out of the zone so you don't die.
Hang on. We're getting rated. Miss Sandy Visions has brought herself and her company.
Oh, hello, Sandy Vision.
10 months. Ooh, Sandy, you sweet thing.
I see a Haley Paley too. Hey, Haley.
You'll have to give me a second because I'm still reeling from Salty Snacks' stream yesterday,
Hails.
where Miss Haley is the token, and I'm just going to leave it there. If you know, you know. Welcome back, Johnny. Welcome back.
Wow, that's a very loud commercial.
Sorry. Yeah, as long as you keep shaking the screen, it doesn't kick over to the commercials, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I
you
I
let it sit there
stopped.
long enough, then yeah, it'll.
Oh, that was loud.
Of course, you could just
Hey,
mute the
Johnny.
whole
Welcome
website
back.
too, and then it doesn't matter.
I could. I'm really not into the puzzle.
Really? I thought you would like this one.
Yeah, well,
Did you hit the preview to see what it looked like?
no. Oh, you thought I would like this one? I would normally. My allergies are, my eyes are like,
Kicking.
they're sticky and itchy and they feel like there's little grains of sand in them. And
Well, that's fine.
just not.
Yes, welcome
not
in,
feeling it.
Raiders. Yes, double tabs now. Oh, yes.
As I squint. Screen got
Okay.
bright.
So we were talking about raids for your perfect game. You wanted to get past that. Any other particular elements for your perfect game?
Oh, I said mission style quests where you just go into the zone, like Defiance, like where everything is just all crazy and insane, and you run into the area and you do the quest, and then you get the hell out, hopefully before you die. And if you want to do it again later, you can.
Well, I mean, but almost.
Missions.
It sounds like Deep Rock Galactic.
Well, you can't drive with a mouse in Deep Rock Galactic.
No, you can't drive.
There's also no arenas and PvP.
I was never really a big fan of the arenas. It was more annoying than anything else because it was very formulaic, right?
It was.
If you were a
healer, I think I just remember it fondly because of doing it with Tom, because it was fun to do it, the three of us. We had a good team.
Yeah.
But I mean, the PvP, the PvP was fun.
Was nice. It really was.
I would say being able to. The only other thing would be that I can think of off the top of my head right now is having the ability to customize your character like you could in Rift.
Right. Gear them for playstyle.
For your own playstyle, yeah.
Yeah.
Having 18 different talent trees to pick from, and you could throw any 3 of them together, and
which was fine until you end up spending 3
whatever
hours
you wanted
with the min-maxers arguing over builds.
I didn't argue with them. They'd say, I have been watching your rotation, and if you would put this here, then your DPS would be even better. And I'm like, okay, but my DPS is the top DPS. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, and these other people do have that in their rotation, and they are not the top DPS. Well, just imagine how much better you would be. Just imagine that maybe my particular playstyle is this, and I do what it works for my playstyle, and that's why I have better DPS, and shut up now. And then the conversation's over. Because as soon as they can find someone who could beat my DPS using the cookie cutter version, then I would be happy to maybe listen. But no. Just jog on.
She spent a good deal of her time arguing with people. Or the healer could just get good. Well,
yeah, because that statement never pissed me the hell off.
Well, okay, so
how about the DPS stop standing in the freaking poo on the ground?
To be fair, in Rift, I did play healer builds.
You did.
Which was a very huge change of pace for me, but I played them in the style of a tank playing a healer build.
It was great. No, he was like a coveted person, on the server, and the whole reason why I left my guild was because they told me that I was not allowed to play with my husband and run around and do instances with him and people from his guild because he needed to leave that guild and join ours, and he needed to start raiding with us because of word had gotten around about him and his iCar builds, and he needed to share all of that information with the guild, and I needed to make it happen. But Nori was in school full time and working part time, and we ran around and did instances and pug raids on the weekends when he had time, and he didn't ever want to be in a hardcore raiding guild. So yeah, that was a big ugly blow up right there. I'm a firm believer in you don't make your spouse do things.
We're one piece away from 2 pieces away.
Because they are grown adults and are perfectly capable of making their own decisions.
Well, unless it's a bad decision, then you might want to advise not to do the bad decision.
Well, and there are times when both of us have advised the other that we may not want to do that thing. And there's other times where we just keep our mouth shut and watch the other one fall flat on their face because we aren't going to open our mouths and say anything because we like our toes attached to our feet.
I think it's more because we are both very much of that person that will slice off our nose to spite our face if we're in that right mood. But I think anybody can be that way, so.
Well,
let's see.
All I know is that you are a grown-ass man and perfectly capable of deciding whether or not you want to do something and whether or not you want to get no sleep and whether or not you want to eat correctly or any number of other things. And so...
Nero Rising would like to know if someone were to refer to you and Nori as a safe driver relationship, meaning you're a 10 and he's a 2, would you agree with that statement?
No. I'm not really sure into what you're referring by 10 and 2.
Ratings. You know how people are like, rate this person from 1 to 10.
Yeah, no.
So you would be the sexy one in the relationship, and I would be the
I am
choice.
So not sexy anymore. That's hysterical. Okay.
Lies. I am in the same boat with Fox and Bull on this one.
Chat riots.
I would definitely go on the fence of saying, yes, in this relationship, she's definitely the 10, and I would definitely be I would say more 1.5 than 2, but
I'm the wrong person to ask this question to anyway, because I am attracted to who people are in between their ears. I don't even care what sex you are or what bits you have. That's attraction for me is far more who a person is than the package they come in. So I'm the wrong person to ask.
Or the package they come with?
So the package they come in. The squishy bits on the outside. care what the squishy bits are.
It's fine. It's fine. Miss B would like to know worst game you've ever played.
Oh, wow. I declined to answer on the basis that chat might actually riot.
No, but okay. You are allowed to decline to
You
answer.
don't think that some people get bent out of shape if I say Final Fantasy 14?
No. It says worst game you've played. I didn't say worst game that they played.
I am so sorry, Lisa. Lisa Pizza. So, yes. So I was answering the question or not answering the question about if who was it that asked it?
Miss B would like to know what is the worst game you've played?
No, that's not. I was answering Elisa Pizza because she was in ads and came back to I don't care what the squishy bits are.
Oh.
Who answered the question about there's some question about if I thought I was the 10 and Nori was the 2 in our relationship.
Yes.
And the short answer to that is that I am one of those weird people that's attracted to what's between someone's ears, and I really don't care what the package is. And so I don't really care what the squishy bits are, because I don't care if you're male or female or have 2 toes and 3 fingers, because that's not what makes people attractive to me. So that's the short answer to that. Anyway, moving on. The worst game I've ever played, Final Fantasy 14. Hands down. Hate that game.
Hands down. Okay.
Well, I loved the crafting in Final Fantasy. I did love the crafting.
I was going to say there were bits about that.
And the auction house. That's like literally all I did. I didn't. Well, we got stuck too.
Yeah, that annoyed me. I think more than anything else was just getting stopped in my tracks. Like, oh, you can't progress. Sorry. You have to have a whole bunch of people to help you get beyond this point.
I think we started playing about 3 or 4 months after it came out. And so by the time we got to the point where you had to do the raids to progress, everybody had already done them and moved past that. And they're like, join a guild. And we're like, we've been through several. The guilds don't want to do it either. And we were just over it.
Over and done.
Guilty pleasure game doesn't have to be on a computer.
So, next question.
Ooh, solitaire or Sudoku. Probably both. I can't. Both of those.
Oi.
Boy?
Yeah, that question's out of okay, you.
Because I'm answering questions in chat and I'm skipping over a bunch of questions. I'm so sorry.
Miss B would also like to know: are you going to have a cake on your birthday tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe Nori will make me one.
I don't think we have enough ingredients to make you a proper sized birthday cake.
No, I don't need a proper sized birthday cake. I need a keto mug cake. So I think we're out of almond flour. You might have to go get some almond.
We are.
should be okay because you could get some pistachio ice cream too.
You always like the weird flavor of ice cream. Like, ugh.
I like the weird flavor of everything. I married you.
Doesn't come any stranger than that. I'm sorry.
Just thought I'd point that out.
It's not even a matter of married. You were the one who chased me down.
I did. I absolutely did.
Miss B, I do not know what NLW is supposed to mean. But she also asked how it is that you are so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
So let's come down here. And of course, you've already spoken about this. But Zoda want to know your favorite album, but I think we've already covered that particular.
I did. I covered that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, there is a favorite that I absolutely have a favorite. That's one of the few things that I do. And so then I share it.
Now they did a lot of different works. Any particular reason why that one specifically?
Because every single song. Every song. They did a lot of albums with a lot of good songs on them, but not just Zoda and I actually talked about it the other week, like a couple 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And because we were trying to figure out if there was one song we liked more than any of the others. And because the music is so eclectic on that one album that, I mean, I guess you could have a favorite for a different mood, but.
Well, okay. Outside of like their really early stuff, a lot of Beatles music is very eclectic, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it. That.
Well, I mean, the more drug, their albums are varied based on what drugs and how many they were doing at the time.
There is that. Let's see. Dope would like to know, what is your go-to snack when you want something to chew on? She's got a bag on her desk. It was a very quiet answer. She's got that, and we managed to find her some French onion dip that's made out of sour cream.
Mm-hmm. That's like clean, and I can actually eat it.
Dote, that is what they call pork rinds.
So it's pig ears.
Thank you.
It's basically a pig ear, and it's cooked. So they have enough fat and stuff in them. They take the hair off of the ears and they fry them in pork fat, basically. First, they dehydrate them, and then they fry them in fat. And they're like light and crispy, kind of like a potato chip. The really good ones are much lighter than potato chips, though. And sea salt. So the really good ones are just pork and salt. But you can get plenty of junky ones that cost far more money that also
Oh
have
yeah.
MSG and maltodextrin and 8 million other fillers
Now
that I
you want to
can't
get
have. Yeah,
you want to get
they're
Shale
sugaromes.
talking on something. You start talking about the chemicals going into your food.
Yeah, well, as someone who suffers when eating food that isn't
I didn't
clean,
say it was a bad thing. I was just saying you get up there and talk for hours about what's in food.
I can, especially in the US. They're perfectly fine with making you sick. Same companies making you sick are the ones making all the new drugs that you can't afford to fix what made you sick. Don't get me started. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Let's see. Miss B would like to know the longest session in a game, whether intentional or not. What's the longest session in a game that you've played?
Oh, I don't know. I know there's a couple times when we were leveling in World of Warcraft that we played for at least 48 hours straight.
I don't even want to think about those power leveling grinds.
I would say probably close to 72 hours.
And you slept during those. Because you would stick me on
Sometimes.
auto follow and be like,
And take a
I
nap.
can't.
Every single time, like we would be like 3 or 4 bubbles away from hitting the next cap level, and I'd be like, I can't stay up anymore. I can't stay up anymore. And I'd put myself on follow and I'd go to bed and wake up and be level 70 or level 80 or level 90 or whatever.
Do you remember? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Oh, yeah.
Minecraft needs an auto follow.
No, Minecraft does not need an auto follow.
Yes, it does.
Auto follow Minecraft would be horrendously bad. First off, it really wouldn't do you any good to auto follow somebody, other than to to let them kill you. I mean, if you're into letting somebody just wholesale kill you whenever they want to, then that's one thing. But no, Minecraft does not need an
But you
auto follow.
wouldn't kill me because I'm cute and you love me.
Minecraft doesn't need an auto. It would be lemmings with Nori digging.
Coffee is empty. I'm sad.
You've heard the horror stories of people who auto follow the Nori in games that we have done that have had auto follow. The how many times did I run somebody off an edge because I thought it would be funny? Look, they left me on auto follow. Geronimo!
You didn't do it to me.
I'm just saying, there are some games that just, an auto follow is probably a bad idea. Probably a very, very bad idea. and auto follow in Minecraft just doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. You're not leveling. So just following somebody is a waste of compute space. And then, given the nature of the game, that would be almost impossible. See, now I'm running through the process of how would you even try to set that up in Minecraft, and you wouldn't, because that's not something that could be done, not easily, anyways. Oh, that's a good question. Nero would like to know, in your opinion, is the worst idea he's ever had this week edible panties at a family picnic or a G-string bikini at a work conference?
Where is this question?
What, in your opinion, is the worst idea that Nero's ever had this week? Edible panties at a family picnic or a G-string bikini at a work conference?
They're equally awful. Equally awful.
But which is the worst?
Even see this question.
This is why I said don't worry about answering the questions, because that's so far up the chat it's scrolled off the page.
Oh. Wow.
If you're looking for it now, it's long gone.
Well, I still have all the way at the beginning on mine that says about can we have a Nori's fault counter?
Mm-hmm.
I still have that. And then I have all the raid.
Then you should be able to find it.
There's no salty snacks here.
Nope.
Salty. Okay. There's a few people missing. Yeah, literally Nori's fault. Ramble away, madame. Let's see. I think we're past that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, vanilla Bluebell is not the same as vanilla Ben and Jerry's, but it's Bluebell, and it's Bluebell. Enough said. Nothing else needs to be said. It's Bluebell.
I'm not as big of a fan of Bluebell as you are, so I would say a lot more needs to be said, but that's me.
No, you're not banned from asking questions, Nero. You just may not get an answer you like. If you want to be banned, you can ban yourself.
Well, I don't think he can ban himself, but I mean, he can just, not ask questions. That's entirely up to him.
All right. I'm done trying to look. My eyes are... Okay. So what's the next question?
Hi, Mac Morgan. Welcome in.
Hey, Mac Morgan.
Miss B would like to know a guilty pleasure game. Doesn't have to be on the computer. Keep it safe for work, with a little winky face.
I did tell her what my favorite game was. My favorite games are Sudoku and Solitaire. That's when she stole me. I skipped questions because I answered hers.
Solitaire Sudoku. Don't tempt her with a good time now.
It is a good time. I like Wordle too, but Wordle makes me really angry.
Wordle does?
Yep.
Why?
It's really close to a game that I've played since I was a little kid that my dad made up.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah. I like word searches too. I do not like crossword puzzles. But I like word searches.
I won't do word searches with her. She cheats.
I do not cheat. I like word games in general. Yeah, so over here next to me, I have this Sudoku book, which you can't read the Sudoku. I have this word search book. I have this Sudoku book. And this Sudoku book. And this Sudoku book. I don't like Sudoku at all.
Not one bit. Not that anybody could tell, anyways.
Anyway.
So if you weren't playing Sudoku, what game would you be playing?
Solitaire. We covered this. Actually, I haven't owned a Sudoku book in years, but I went to the Dollar Tree, which is a store here where everything was 99 cents for a long time. Then it became $1, and then it went up to $1.25 during COVID. And they're getting ready to up everything to $2, $5, and $7. And so, in some of the stores have already converted over. Ours has not. And I basically went and bought a whole bunch of the stuff that was there that they had Sudoku books. And somebody told me that. And I didn't know that. So I went and bought a few before they become more expensive.
Well, alrighty then.
At Crodo, hello.
Welcome in, Crow. Miss B would like to know game that you feel deserves a remake. Which I feel like would be a really hard question to ask you since you don't do a lot of solo-esque style games.
I am not a solo gamer. Pong for sure. Well, that was my first video game. That was my first console. Like 1978-ish. About that. I know what, because we're the same age. Yeah. A game that the thing is that so
like I said, I think this one's going to be a hard one for you to answer because I don't know that I've seen you. You don't do a whole lot of like single solo player games that would have a story.
I don't like solo player games. The whole part, I mean, if I'm going to do something solo, I mean, it's going to be Sudoku or Solitaire or a word search or a puzzle or 1982 you're reporting in. He's an elder millennial, folks.
I'll have to see if we can get you into some Stardew. Maybe you might like Stardew.
There's a cat laying on the counter. You are being a naughty kitty. Yes, you. Don't look like I'm talking to somebody else. You know I'm talking to you.
Oh, me?
Woods.
Oh yeah. Now that's
Let's
a
go.
cat that will absolutely pretend all day long that he doesn't know what you're talking about. You can't possibly be referring to him.
Well, Winter looks behind him. Like, I know she's talking to someone behind me.
Let's see. Future plans for stream. What would you like to do? What would you like to do with the theme? For your stream. Some future plans for your stream, and
It's salty.
plans for theme.
She came.
She did. Shale.
I'm thinking.
So the problem here is that there's a lot more questions about her than what she was anticipating. And so I think she prepped all of her brain knowledge with embarrassing things to say about me, and then you guys have done me a very fine justice of not giving her any opportunity to use it.
Pretty sure this is just autism at work here.
Maybe.
Processing. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to find a game that I really enjoy playing.
We have been on the lookout for a game that she would really enjoy playing, and that she can play for long periods of time. Like,
That's
we do.
The big problem. I used to game for hours and hours on end, and I can't do it anymore, and it's hard.
In the immortal words of the brick red cat, it do be like that.
It makes me really angry and frustrated. So I don't know. I can't answer that one. I'm sorry. But you know where to find me, and I know where to find you. And when I get done processing that, I'll let you know.
I just got fussed at.
Did you?
Yep. By the Crimson Cat.
Oh, well, that's on you.
No, I would say that's on her. Because I've already done skip past it now.
Oh, look at that cuteness. But the cat's the wrong color now.
She does have some very expressive eyes. You are not wrong there, Nero. Future plans. Captain Cabinets would like to know, what is your favorite Zoda adventure where you weren't killed? Captain, I can already tell you that doesn't exist. You don't go on a Zoda adventure to live.
That is not true. I have been on one Zoda adventure.
That you lived?
A couple
sure
where I lived. Well,
adventure?
I've learned that as long as the Zoda adventure does not go into an underground area, your chances of survival go up drastically.
Are you sure you actually went on a Zoda adventure? Because if you lived, I don't know that qualifies as a Zoda adventure anymore. Like, a key feature of a Zoda adventure is dying along the way.
Maybe Zoda's just kinder to me now. I don't know.
So what you're saying is Zoda plays favorites?
Soda would never play favorites.
But you're making the insinuations that he would, and potentially has.
I don't know. I haven't been on a right proper Zoda adventure in a while. I would say he definitely has favorites. I would say Squirrel is his favorite. Oh yeah, Zoda's an angel, all right. Just like Nori. They both have halos.
We do.
I know.
You've seen us play golf, right? You can see our halos.
Exactly.
We keep those shined up nice and bright. They sparkle. Not at all made out of tinfoil or anything cheap like that. No, absolutely not. We would not.
Those are golden.
Absolutely not. Spray paint golden tinfoil circles and stick them on our head.
Hey, Allie. And it's a shale.
Hello, Allie. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. All right. Well, then if you've got one, then what is your favorite Zoda adventure where you weren't killed?
When he and Kara and I, whatever server that was, where the three of us were rooming together on the edge of the cliff with the great fishing spot. Man, that was such a great fishing spot. I fished up so much stuff from aquaculture.
Oh,
there.
that was season 5.
And Zoda and I got in the boat and we went and did a bunch of adventures with the boat and explored a bunch of places. But we didn't go underground. I did die a couple times, I think. But I don't remember now.
Season 1, first day. I said, Shale, let's go on an adventure. Shale was the very first into a Zoda adventure, long before anybody else had even come close.
I was the first. Day 1 that he was on the server for season 1.
Never laughed so hard in my life.
Oh, and I was spitting mad. So Zoda found the coolest cave that I think I've ever seen to date ever in Minecraft. I don't think I've ever seen a cave that cool. And he's like, let's go explore this cave. And I was like, okay. We go down there and there's like, I think there were 2 or 3 different instances that all overlapped right there. It was like the beginning of a mine, and then there was some other thing down there. There's a bunch of different stuff down there. But we got to this spot and there were so many spawners. There was literally just 50, 60 things coming at you at once. And you can't survive that very well. And so I died. And then Zoda died. And then, of course, my respawn was really far away, and Zoda's was right there because this was the mountain underneath his base, or right next to his base. And so I figure he's going to respawn and kill stuff and then die, and then respawn and kill stuff and then die. And by the time I get back over there, there will be a lot less stuff, and he will be there waiting for me to get my body, and we will then, leave or be a lot more careful about what we wander into. And I get back and I get swarmed with like 100 things all at once. And I'm like, Zoda, where are you? And he's like, I'm not coming back down there.
Elisa, I've been avoiding the green. I've been working on everything but the green.
Nori came and got me. But it was kind of funny because I was like, "What do you mean you're not coming back down here? You're not going to come help me get my body?" He's like, "Hell no." It's just like, okay, you invited me on this adventure, you got me killed, and now you're just abandoning me with all of this crap that's still spawning because your base is like right there. It was fun. After a couple of days.
Nero Rising would like to know if you were stuck on an island with one person, who would you want it to be?
Nori.
It's okay. You can pick somebody else. I promise.
Did you hear me hesitate?
No, I did not hear any hesitation.
Now, if you don't want to be stuck on an island with me, that's your own damn problem. That was not what the question was.
Island, period. I would like to avoid being stuck on an island.
Well, I would like to avoid being stuck on an island too, but if I'm stuck on an island, I want to be stuck on the island with you. If you don't like that, then
you're fine.
Get your own Talk Tuesday and answer the question that you want to be on the island with somebody other than your wife. Negatory. I dare you.
Nope. Not happening. Mm-mm. Zoda, a true evil wizard. To be fair, this was when we had just first met Zoda. He had popped onto the server for the first time. He didn't know us from a hole in the ground.
This is accurate.
It was pretty comical. As you can see, it did not deter them from continuing to do more Zoda adventures, because there is proof of more collaborative efforts in Zoda adventures in like season 1 of Denmark. You can see Zoda and Squirrel and Shale all running around together.
Yeah, until Shale figured out she was just slowing the two of them down.
I don't think they cared. I don't think they cared one bit.
I cared.
Well, that may be. Would not argue with your feelings on that matter.
Okay.
Let's see. How many Sudoku books do you own? Confess. Just the ones that are on her desk right now.
Yeah, the ones I just bought, 5. Because I've been playing Sudoku online for years. It's like I don't buy puzzles anymore. I do puzzles online too, because you can do a whole bunch of them for free. And so, why? Though, if I lived someplace where Blizzard still occurred, I would still own actual physical puzzles and Sudoku books and stuff. I would still have a lot of them, because when you get snowed in and the power goes out for 2 or 3 days, you gotta have something to do.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
I'd choose Pam Anderson because she can be used as a flotation device to escape the island, sort of like in the movie Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe.
That doesn't surprise me with you, Nero. Really.
I don't think that they could actually be used as a flotation device because they're likely made of saline, and saline is weighs the same as the other saline, and
Hey,
or it could be
don't
heavier
ruin
if
the
there's more
man's
salt.
dream. Don't ruin the man's dream. They float. They float. It's good. It's a very weird movie. That movie was so weird. I couldn't get past the previews for it. That's how weird that movie was.
No, but we're taking a road trip, a few road trips this year. So I got some Sudoku books when I found out they had them at the dollar store. We're going up to Katoa and Otsana's in May because Otsana's graduating from nursing school. Yay! And I know some of you in here don't know who that is, but Katoa is Nori's son. And I mean, really, he's our son, but Otsana is his fiance, and we love her.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to game more with us until she started school and he started working more so that he could make up for the difference of her not working anymore while she was in school. So they haven't been around as much the last year and a half or so.
It's all good.
And then we're going to go to DreamHack, I believe.
As far as I know. Unless something
in
changes.
October. I don't know. Salty, are you in here? Did you reserve the house? Do we need to send you money? And then when we leave DreamHack, we are getting in the car and driving straight to Salty's house. So, oh yeah, Salty, I was going to tell you, if you don't want to fly back, you can ride back in the car with us.
Yeah, no, that nursing school mess is not a joke. That is like a serious commitment of time.
So Otsana and Katoa haven't been around much the last couple of years, but there are people around that know who they are.
And we're getting tattoos, right? Sure. What are we getting tattoos of?
Anyway, so we're driving straight to Salty's house after DreamHack. Or we will spend a few days driving around in the area looking for a new house to live in. Looking at areas to move to.
Just looking to get out of the...
But next spring, we can put the house on the market and leave.
Pull up stakes. Boot, scoot, and boogie.
Yep. Heel toe do-si do right on out the door.
What is your favorite bird? Crodo's asking for a friend.
If poor Crodo's even still here.
It'll still be in the VOD.
Okay. I am not a huge fan of birds in general. Because I am extremely allergic to them. But I think they're really pretty to look at outside. And again, here we are with that favorite thing. I like ravens. I think ravens are really cool. My dad always wanted to have one. He used to, whenever he saw ravens nesting anywhere, he'd go and look around the base of the nest to see if anyone accidentally dropped out of the nest or there was an egg laying nearby he could take home and try and incubate. But ravens are really, really, really smart. And if
I
I were going to
wouldn't
have a
put it past
bird,
your
I
father.
would want a raven.
I just would not put it past your father to try and raise a bird.
Oh, he had birds. He used to have oh, well, he had birds and sunspot too, but my dad kept them very, very, very clean. Sakura and I never reacted. They kept that cage really clean, which was nice. But yeah, and then they got rid of the birds at some point in time. I think when they went to China for a month or something, they gave the birds to some people to take care of them, and the people that took care of them really wanted to keep them, and so they let them keep them. I don't remember exactly how the transfer of homing went, but they used to have they're not parakeets. They're green birds with red heads. And they're not parrots.
Green
Oh,
birds with red heads.
let me see if I can. They're a tropical bird. Tropical green
Work done.
red
Congratulations,
head.
Swifty. Work done.
Oh, well, this says red crowned parrot, but I don't think that's what they were. Red headed parakeet, maybe.
Maybe. I was going to say, it sounds like a parakeet to me, but okay.
Well, I mean, they were big. They weren't. They weren't small. No, it wasn't a parakeet. I don't think. Anyway, um, they had a breeding pair and actually got them to mate and have babies and more than once, which I guess is kind of rare. They had a huge enclosure.
Miss B has to alert. She is taken off for the evening. She says she wishes you a
Well, good
happy
night,
birthday
B. Did you have any
tomorrow.
more questions before you go to bed?
There's a no. I think you got the last of them.
Okay. Good night, B. Sweet dreams.
Mac Morvan would like to know freshwater or saltwater. Which type of fish does the cat prefer?
I think it depends on which kind of water the cat has access to get a fish out of.
I I think he was referencing our cats that are you were fussing about.
Oh, they like salmon. They are salmon fishy cats. They love salmon. I buy them freeze dried salmon. You open the
Makes them
container,
very
they can be
happy.
sound asleep on the other side of the house. And the smell wakes them up out of a dead sleep.
Every time.
Brackish. Yeah, there you go. Well, salmons are freshwater fish when they go to mate and die and on their way to the ocean. So there you go.
That being said, we buy them salmon, but we don't know necessarily that salmon's their favorite sort of fish either.
I have fed them several different kinds of fish. Now, they like tuna, my really expensive good tuna, but they don't like cat food flavored tuna. Um, they don't much care for whitefish either.
They're picky fish. They're picky cats.
And they like
What?
beef okay, but they're not overly fond of chicken.
When is a cat not picky? When you show me a cat that's not picky, and I'm going to say you need to take that thing to see a vet.
And then, my last cat wouldn't eat fish for anything. Or chicken. All he wanted was rat. Rat was his favorite. Actually, technically, Pocket Gopher was his, which happened to be endangered, but he didn't know that. But Pocket Gophers were his favorite food group.
Yeah, go ahead and convince him of that.
Mm-hmm. They were only in danger from him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kitty, you can't eat that. There's not very many of them left. Well, there'll be even one left.
There were plenty of them where we lived. They were not endangered where we lived.
Well, as far as he was concerned, they were in danger of not making it to his belly.
That is accurate. Okay, next question. Oh, that's great, Nero. I actually love that. It was an African gray, so I can teach it to say, "Where's my body? I've been bloody reincarnated as a damn bird." I think my favorite birds to watch are hummingbirds. But if I were going to own a bird, I'd want a raven.
Not a crow. See, I'd have a crow. I think I would actually, honest to goodness, have a crow just because I could.
Okay, you realize that crows, blackbirds, and ravens are basically all the same bird. They're just 3 different sizes.
Yes, but the crow can carry more things. So when you send it out,
well, and it's also a solitary bird and is happy living alone, whereas blackbirds and crows hang out in flocks, which is why it would be mean to own one of them. Whereas owning a raven, less so, because they're solitary. Anyway. You have crows, none solitary. I have ravens, a pair moved in. The crows are assholes.
You know,
Mac Morvan, you have crows and ravens.
It do be like that.
It's too bad you're so far away. It would be really hard to get me a baby raven.
Oh, Canada geese. I don't even want to talk about geese.
We have plenty of Canadian geese.
Freaking honkers.
All over the U.S. They're everywhere.
And I think they own everything.
And they're mean. Where do you live, Mac Morvan? Don't you live in Scotland?
It's Allie, I sometimes I feel that's what my cats think. It's their house, it's their world. We're just, occupying space.
Well, that is something everybody.
I mean, it's just painful.
You're adjacent to dude chilling in Vancouver, Canada.
Nice.
If we could make a trip to the border, you could hand me the bird over the border, and then we could drive it directly to my father's house.
No.
It'll only take about 2 weeks of driving.
You mean it would only take me about 2 weeks of driving? Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Bird drug deal, yeah.
That's terrible. Terrible. Did you see them at the border busting people? That looks like a yeah, that looks like a Canadian raven if I've ever seen one. You're going to jail. We're going to have to deport your bird. I'm sorry. What are you looking at so intently?
Oh, I'm
you
getting
trying to
all these
figure out-
notifications. No, I'm getting 8 million notifications, and I'm trying to be good and not.
Like, are you trying to figure out how to
look at
get a
them.
bird across the?
Well,
We will
I
start
mean,
a bird importation line. Just you wait. Did you want that squirrel? Well, we've got a flying version. Come check out our pigeons with wings. What's this a boot? Yes, exactly right. Freshwater, saltwater. Crow would like to know what is a video game world that you would like to live in? I swear I'm just going to go and get a Jeopardy sound to load into Discord for moments like this.
they can't answer that one. That's gonna take. Who answered that? Asked that question.
Crow.
Oh, Dat Crowdo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably gonna take a year or two of processing.
Okay.
Yep. That brain go burr.
She's actually starting to fade pretty fast. We're doing pretty good, though. I mean, usually you're almost out of juice by about this point in time, anyways, especially this evening.
Normally, I'm ready to go to bed about now.
So, I mean, we can always end it soon or early if you'd like.
Well,
You're
there's a
running out
lot
of
of people
steam.
here not pestering me with questions that I thought would be here pestering me with questions. But
No,
they,
we've got a few more
Hales and
questions
Haley
sitting.
and Salty all left.
No, Salty asks, "What are some of your fondest moments on Twitch?" She hasn't
Salty
left.
asked a question. I thought she was gone.
Negatory.
My favorite moments on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could answer that question, Nero.
Go ahead.
I actually know the response to that. A pig farm. There won't be any evidence left.
I hate to say she's right, but
I am. Anyway, what was the other question that was harder? Salty
also want to
asked.
know your fondest moment on Twitch.
Oh,
I don't know that it's necessarily a harder question. It's just
I think probably my most favorite moment on Twitch has been immortalized in Nori's shorts. Well, not a short, though it is on his YouTube channel.
oh, you're talking about your when you threw the ender pearl and transported yourself into the middle of the lake.
Mm-hmm. Thinking it was an ender eye and it was going to show me the way to the portal. Probably my favorite moment.
It's an excellent moment. We were on our way to go kill the dragon, and she's like, I don't want to keep throwing this thing around. It could break. Hang on, I've got one of my own. I'll just throw. Wait a minute. What are you doing? No, wait, stop.
The best part was, why am I in the water? How did I end up in the water? Oh no, my ender eye is dropping. I gotta go get it before I drown. Every blonde hair on my head was acting up.
Flood of emotions that accompanied that particular moment. We had it all.
It's on. It's not a clip on Nori's Twitch. It's not a clip. What is it? It's one of the other ones.
It's a highlight.
The highlight. There you go. It's a highlight on Nori's Twitch channel, but it's also on his YouTube.
And it's a highlight, and we had to catch it as a highlight because it was too long for a clip. And I was laughing too hard. I didn't know exactly when to cut it out. And we ended up coming back in. That was way back in the early days when we were first getting started.
Yeah, that was like first season.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have even been pre-Zoda.
It was. That was before I knew how to take clips.
Yeah, because it was short enough to be a clip, but it became a highlight.
Yep. I didn't know.
And I deleted it from my perspective, and I wish I wouldn't have, because the two of those pieced together in a YouTube short would be freaking awesome.
C'est la vie. It'll be okay. I mean, that's not like that was the only moment of that particular nature we've had.
No. But it was really good.
There are a great number of what I would call, I would definitely call classic shale moments. That usually accompany, you usually run into those when shale is tired.
Yes.
She has been going for a couple of hours. She's tired. Right? Yep. Oh, she's got a lovely laughter. I love listening to her laugh.
The shiniest one is a favorite. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Shinies. You and the shiny brigade.
Hey, loot goblins unite.
Somewhere else.
Oh, at the chest.
We could have been through this dungeon already if we didn't have to keep stopping and going back because you thought you saw something.
Yes, but when you need something and you go, hey, do we have any blah, 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 blah? Yes, we do. It's in this chest right over here. You never seem to complain about it then.
I firmly expect you to tell me no, and I'm going to go, okay. And then I'm going to go leave and go find it. Every time you go, yeah, it's right over here, you deprive me of going on an adventure.
My eye is really bloodshot. Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to take this opportunity to take my allergy medicine.
Probably a good thing.
Today's Tuesday. I forgot to take my medicine today, too.
It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
I forgot to take my allergy pill this morning. That's probably why my eyes are so bad. That's okay. I'll take my allergy pill tonight.
As long as you take it, that's what matters, right? That is what
Well,
matters.
no, I have 2 allergy pills, one in the morning and one at night. I thought the pollen was just really bad outside, which it probably is.
I think it's a little bit more than pollen. I think it's just a wee bit more than pollen. I pulled myself away from the puzzle venture. And every window in the house has been open. Oof. I made a Batman theme song doorbell once in Minecraft. You know?
That's kind of cool. I bet that was kind of chilly, Squirrel.
Resisting temptation. Okay, I'm over it now.
Okay, next question.
What's the most salty? I'm denying this question. Moving on. Dope games were like, no. The white table and the...
No. Why are you denying a salty question?
Because this is not pertaining to you.
Oh, she's asking me about you. Oh, those are the questions I was waiting for. Okay, salty, where are you? Oh no, let's see. Whoop. Salty Shale, what's your fondest memory on Twitch? Got that. She's buffering. Give her a second.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most embarrassing story you can tell us about Nori? That would require that Nori gets embarrassed.
Good luck.
Sorry, got nothing.
You gotta know my parents for you.
Yeah.
My parents are mental. Anyways, so like I was saying, next question. Don't like no, is the white table in the back room a lack table from IKEA? It is an IKEA thing, but I think that's not a table. That's a...
It's a Collex bookcase.
There you go. But it is from IKEA.
There's a lot of stuff from IKEA in my office.
You were getting your own private view into Shale's humble abode. Looks like you turned the lights off in the room, though.
No, the one in the kitchen is still on. But the sun was going down and I had to turn off the lights that were going to give me a headache. So, because overhead lights are the most evil thing ever invented.
Nero, if you really want some, heavily right-wing religious nut jobs for parents, you are welcome to have mine. I am currently giving them away free of charge. You don't even have to pick them up.
You can live at the church with them, plan and plan for the second coming. Oh wait, he's already here. His name is Trump.
Anyways. We're not doing the religious.
We don't talk to Lori's parents.
Not one bit. We don't talk to my parents. For that matter, we don't really talk to many people in my family.
No, the only person we talk to in your family is Katoa.
The only reason we don't talk to people in my family because, we like to have intelligent conversations. I want to talk to the fence posts. I've got plenty in the backyard to go pick from.
Oh, the fence posts are more intelligent.
But
anyway,
moving on.
Yeah.
You've already done that one. Yeah, most embarrassing story. Yeah, I don't think you actually could come up with an embarrassing story for me.
No. That would require that you get embarrassed.
Now,
if you want to hear a funny story about Nori that embarrassed other people.
Well, that's an everyday event around here.
I can give you one of those. Like, when my mom decided to show up unannounced and
okay, any story with your mother in it is going to be a very cringy moment.
Anyway, we went to Kohl's because my mother wanted to go shopping. So we went to Kohl's, and she was in a really poor mood. So Nori goes, and my mom dragged me over to the bras.
She was in a very poor mood. I didn't help it at all. Not
one
bit.
And Nori grabbed a bright red lacy bra and a pair of, I don't remember, were they purple panties?
No, they were orange.
Orange? Okay.
They were safety
I couldn't remember what color they were. Safety orange. They were just, I remember they were really bright. And he put the bra on over his shirt. And then he grabbed the underwear and put them in front of his pants. And then he danced around the store and he was like, "What do you think? Is it my color? Does it look good?" And he's doing this in the middle of the store. And I am trying so hard not to laugh. And I am waiting for my mother to explode in rage.
Let's be fair. I was doing that just while waiting. Humming safety dance.
Yeah.
Which was why the underwears were orange. What the theme?
And my mom decided that the better part of valor was not to explode, but to go along because I don't think she could figure out a way to look good in this situation because the rest of us were all just laughing, including the sales ladies who thought it was hysterical. So, if you want a story that probably embarrassed somebody in the store, it didn't embarrass me or my daughter, or it probably embarrassed my mother no end, but she'll never, she's dead now, so she can't admit it, but she never would have admitted it.
I had a whole
I'm sure she was mortified.
I kept waiting for her to tell me to take it off because the minute she was like, "You need to take that off," I was going to bounce chicka wow wow boom da da boom.
You did the bow chicka wow wow anyway.
Well, I had a whole thing lined up for that. She was not playing. She very quickly like, nope.
Yeah, it was really. Yeah, nothing. This is why I'm like an embarrassing story about Nori. To who? Because that's not going to be him.
You know, all I can say is that most people only take me shopping once and then never again. Which works out in my favor because I hate shopping. So
I've taken you shopping a couple of times, and I really don't care if you act a fool. So you usually don't with me because it doesn't do any good. I just laugh. All right, next question.
So as next question. What do you have planned for this coming year? Like what's some big events that you've got on that you're thinking about considering or maybe trying to put together for this year?
On Twitch or in general?
Just in general, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, what have you.
Well, nobody wants to hear about YouTube. So,
I want to hear about YouTube.
well, you watch all of my videos. You already know. Because you're a wonderful husband and you watch all my videos. Let's see. Well, I already covered the fact that we're going up to see Yatsana graduate from nursing school. And then we're going to DreamHack. And then we're leaving DreamHack and we're driving straight to Salty Snack's house.
We're moving to the Midwest.
Yep, we're going to go look at property.
If the Midwest can survive
2 or 3 states. Well, hey, I was born in one of the 3 states we're going to, so I'm no nuttier or less nutty than the rest of them.
Senior skip day in high school.
We're moving. We're going north to the Rust Belt.
Nero, I would absolutely join you in that. That would sound like it'd be a good time.
Oh my God, that is so something Nori would do.
You want to do what? Sign me up. Let's go. Easy change or become more prevalent, as the case may be, bacon and French toast for dinner.
That sounds awesome.
It is full of stuff that you can't have.
Now, there's some stuff I've been meaning to try that I could make French toast for dinner. I have to make egg bread and then dip the egg bread into the French toast batter. But I think I could just skip that, make the French toast batter, and put that into the waffle iron and just make a French toast waffle out of the egg batter that normally you dredge the bread in. And then get some sugar-free syrup.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. We'll have cooking with Shale before you know it.
No.
What do you mean no? Jail in the kitchen? Who wouldn't want to see that? Sound like a good time to me. Do you watch?
Oh, my dad sent me a ton of pictures.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's going to make some really good savings challenges. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, big plans for this year are traveling around a bit, finding a place to move to. Dream house.
I still want to go thump around Europe before I am too old and too senile to do so.
Well, I want to go thump around Europe too, and all of this is like, all of this is really contingent on. We're not going to just go into discussing it, but I have no intention of making any true permanent decisions about anything till after the election. Because we may be moving to Belize. Oh, I haven't told you that part of the plan.
I am unaware of this particular change in itinerary.
So I don't think this is the appropriate place to talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Probably not. Would probably have to agree with you in that particular stretch. Anyways.
Yeah.
So a lot of traveling in the near future. You are going to be a tired puppy.
I am. I'm going to spend some time sick this year. That's okay. It'll be nice to get out and do some things. And we're going to see Swifty too while we're up there.
That's if she'll have us.
She invited us to come spend the night at her house. I figured when we leave Salty's, we'll just go up to Swifty's and spend the night up there and then drive home from Swifty's. And if we're lucky, Brotherford will come visit too. Of course, we could all meet in Ohio. Right there in the middle.
Stuck in the middle with you.
I want to go back and see the old family farm and the old mill and stuff while we're up there.
Okay.
Oh, there's some nice, like, $1 million houses in the middle of what used to be a farm.
I have not the first idea what it is that you are referring to, so there you go.
The old cattle ranch that my dad grew up on.
Nero says if we go see the Brother Fjord, we're likely to bump into him as well. We can say hi to Nero Rising. I know there are plans to gallivant across the countryside. How far and where we end up at, I couldn't even begin.
You have no idea how tempted I am. at times to just be like, we should just sell the house this summer and buy an RV and drive around. So one of the ladies that I talk to on a regular basis on the YouTube side of new things that I'm doing, her husband is also a software developer. And they use Starlink, and he has no problems.
Well, that's good.
Staying connected for work. So we could just buy an RV and travel around the country and go visit everybody for a week or two. I'll just be parked in your driveway. Can we come in and use your shower and your bathroom? And we'll just hang out in the driveway for a couple weeks. We'll hang out and then we'll just move on and go visit the next person. Are you laughing at that plan? I think it's a great plan.
Doesn't sound strange at all.
It's not strange. Just go visit everybody for a couple
weeks. Squirrel would like to know if you have any fun birthday plans. I already know the answer to this one, but I will wait.
I would like to celebrate birthdays, but we do not celebrate birthdays. So, fun plan for my birthday is my birthday stream on Saturday. There you go.
Hey, that is a fun plan. We're going to get together. We're going to have a bunch of people. We're going to have a good time. We're all going to laugh. We're going to be a little funny, a little silly. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. So we'll probably start 9-10 o'clock in the morning like we normally do, Eastern.
Come on and join us. You too can be a great asset to the community. A great asset.
After we have woken up a little bit playing Minecraft, we will segue into
having a good
golf
time
and Fall Guys and then probably some modded Lethal Company, because I still owe my community that stream anyway. Since I that got paid for, and then I got the big C. So I missed my art stream and my Lethal Company stream.
It was fun.
So
it was completed.
Both of them are funded and completed, and I need to make them up. So we'll probably do some Lethal Company on Saturday.
Yep. Snaps into place on his own.
So I don't know how long it'll last, but I do know that Nori will be streaming with me. So if I need to go take a break for 20-30 minutes and then come back, then that's what will happen. And Nori will just be in charge for 20-30 minutes while I rest, and then I'll come back.
Wait, you're leaving me in charge?
That I can go all day.
Is that a good idea?
Sure.
This sounds like a bad idea.
You're in charge of your stream all the time. It's a wonderful idea.
Why would anybody leave me in charge of something?
Well, because I'm not anybody. I am your wife, and you love me.
That goes there. That does not go there.
And I trust you. I don't think anybody else should trust you, but I trust you.
I wouldn't know what she's talking about, chat. I have a Halo. I regularly polish it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just
Has to.
disregard the can of gold spray paint in the background there. I don't use that stuff anymore. Everybody always assumes the worst out of me. To be fair, I don't give them any reason to suspect otherwise, but it's fine.
This camera
fine.
is misbehaving.
Well, that's what cameras do, is they misbehave.
Anyway, well, I think that's probably it. If I ask for a cake, Nori will make me a mug cake. It'll be all good.
Yeah, birthdays just birthdays are just not something.
Nori has a problem with birthdays, and so, and it's the neither one of us had great families, and our birthdays were not pleasant experiences as children. So my view on that is we are adults now and we can have fun and they can't ruin it anymore. And Nori's opinion is he would like birthdays to not exist.
Facts. So, I will not deny these statements.
Sometime this weekend we'll have steak dinner because I'll want steak dinner. Probably Saturday night after the stream.
Probably. It'll be fine. Everybody's personal favorite keynote quote. What is something that is like fingers down a chalkboard to you? Like something that will immediately get on your skin? I can think of several things.
Well, so can I, but
it takes out notebook clicks pen.
Okay. Well, I would say topping the list is people being cruel to animals or children. Not sure you want to take notes on this, Soda. Because I'm pretty sure most of the people that we all hang out with would agree with me on most of these things.
It's fine. It's fine.
Somebody being a jerk to one of my friends.
She's got mama bear symptom real.
I do. I have mama bear syndrome.
I have to remind her on a regular basis, I can fight my own fights.
Styrofoam rubbing together doesn't bother me. Fingernails on a chalkboard absolutely bother me.
Really?
Oh yeah. Makes my teeth hurt.
All right.
It causes me physical pain. So I guess when you ask me that question, I'm thinking of things that make me want to physically stop somebody from doing the things that they're doing. Just like when somebody goes to put their fingernails on a chalkboard, I have no problem taking you out. Thank you. Because you're gonna cause me pain, I'm gonna take you out. So I think this would be the biggest things. Don't mess with people I care about. Because you can mess with me all day long, and I am a total doormat, and I'll take it. But man, you mess with somebody I care about, and Mama Bear comes out to play.
It is on like Donkey Kong. Oh.
Lenticular images.
Interesting. Yeah, speaking of images, right? I don't know how many you actually remember those old like posters you could get that were the 3D images, and so if you stared at it in a certain way, an image
That
would.
never worked for me.
Really, I had the easiest
I
times with
have
those.
never seen an image in one of those ever.
Those things pop off the canvas. I'm like, oh yeah, sure,
Right.
it's easy to see it. It's right there.
I've never seen one.
Yes, cross-eyed for the wind.
That's true. You only ever see out of one eye.
Uh-huh.
Which is one of the tricks they tell you to do to be able to see it easier, but all that does is give me a headache.
Yeah.
We're not doing an awful lot of laughing.
What are you talking about? Been laughing silly.
Oh, is it just because I'm tired?
Yes. You are tired. Which is why I'm like,
my bedtime.
it is. And we could be wrapping this up if you need to, Miss Yanni Pants.
Very sleepy, Shale.
All right. Well, let's do this then, right? We'll call this one a little short one. It's fine. We got a couple more questions real quick, and then we'll cut you loose for the evening. She's a very sleepy Shale. She's usually in bed by this point in time. So we've managed to keep her up past her bedtime. So
we did.
If you were to talk to younger you or somebody else looking to get into streaming, what would be a piece of advice that you would like to give to them?
Talk to my husband.
Why would you do that to me? Here, honey, you don't have enough work. Have some more.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I love the people that we've met. I love hanging out in Discord. I like gaming with everybody. I don't mind being on other people's streams at all. I do not particularly enjoy streaming. It is not. I mean, I've learned a lot from it and it puts me outside my comfort zone, and I'm going to keep doing it because it does those things, which causes me to grow, because anything you do that's outside your comfort zone, you grow from. And I'm weird like that, and I'm enjoying the growth from that. But if somebody were going to ask me for advice because they wanted to do it, I would tell them to talk to somebody else who enjoys doing it, because it's not me. And I feel weird saying that, partially because I'm telling everybody, oh yeah, no, I don't really like streaming. I could keep doing it anyway. But you really enjoy it. And that's great, and I'm happy for you.
But I still
It's
think
just
that
not.
it's a valuable insight, though.
I am an inherently very introverted person. And the only reason why people think I'm not is because when I get nervous, I ramble incessantly and I overshare and I can't shut up because I'm nervous. So I am extremely shy. I'm just the extroverted introvert, so that when I get, instead of being quiet, I just stream of conscious because I'm nervous. And so it's been good for me to do it, but it's not something that I enjoy yet. I would like to get to the point where I do enjoy it, and I think I will eventually get there. Well, I mean, that would be great advice for someone else who's like us, Allie, because I know you're as bad as I am. But I think people who are like, hey, I want to stream aren't us.
But see, that's still valuable advice, right? You know, it's the sort of advice that I would expect to get from somebody who is not big into streaming, who may be doing streaming for other reasons. It's still good advice because it helps to appeal to people who aren't necessarily um,
I wanted to
trying.
do YouTube, and I am enjoying a lot of the things that I'm doing on YouTube, and I'm enjoying learning about YouTube. It is still a lot of socializing, but it's like weird socializing because it's two or three sentences at a time, and it's weird. Um, Getting to know people is much easier on Twitch, but it's still a social thing. And comfort wise, it's more comfortable, but it is excruciatingly slow after having been on Twitch. So it's been an interesting learning experience.
There you go.
However, honestly, if somebody came to me and was like, I really want to start streaming. I think streaming is so cool and I really, really want to do it. I would be like sending them to you or Swifty or um I think Zoda even. I don't know. That may be better answered by a group of people because I think we all have slightly different perspectives
Well,
on that.
yes, and that's a fairly standard question that I ask here because we get to see everybody's different perspective.
Yeah. So for
So,
me, it's not particularly enjoyable yet. I think I'm growing a lot because of it. Um, and I've learned that I think the biggest thing I've learned is that once or twice a week is enough for me. It still challenges me, but it's more than that is too much at this point. I think eventually I'll grow to a point where I can do it more than that and I'll be okay with it. Like the last the last month we've streamed 2 Saturdays out of the 4
mhm.
only because I didn't feel good. Um, but once a week is great. Twice a week would be okay. I think more than that at this point is too much for me. but I don't think it'll stay that way forever. It's like this is going to be all deep and philosophical in a way, but so so when I was in therapy for PTSD, and I did the light therapy stuff, where you watch the light while you're recalling the traumatic event so that you're using both sides of your brain. And then they teach you to tap, or I used to crochet all the time, so that I was using both hemispheres while recounting the story to work through the trauma. Um, I kind of look at streaming as a similar experience for me in a social way, because I've never been comfortable socializing really in groups of people. Like one or two people are fine, and people I know really well.
Mm-hmm.
But once it's more than one or two people, or people I don't know really well, I'm extremely uncomfortable. And so it's kind of like gaming while I'm socializing is kind of the same kind of thing to me as crocheting, or tap therapy, or the light therapy while working through a traumatic event. It's a traumatic experience, but I'm gaming, and so I'm engaging other parts of my brain, and I think that's causing me to grow a little bit as far as social skills go, if that makes sense. Sorry, I got all deep and philosophical
No,
on PT.
you're just fine. You were just fine. I would not worry about it one bit. Usually, this is a section where we do get a little, deep and philosophical and whatnot, because you're trying to you're trying to impart some areas of wisdom to
Well, I don't know that that's
those.
wisdom to very many people. I guess, if
It could be wisdom to one person, and it still makes it wisdom.
if you're really shy or autistic, or uh, just not socially great, I think good advice. But if you're an extroverted person that gets along with a lot of people, I'm not sure that's a lot of good advice there.
Just really depends on the person, doesn't it? You never know.
Gap in my
You
tooth
never
is getting
know
worse. I keep seeing it on the screen.
what piece of advice is going to help somebody who you actually end up affecting with your. You just don't know. And at the end of the day, all you can do is say, "Look, this is how it works for me." If I were talking
You
to the
stream
younger
on
version of myself,
OnlyFans, Nero?
interesting.
I learned something new today. What do you stream on
Okay.
on OnlyFans?
Stuff people are willing to pay for.
Oh, I apparently there's big money in feet. If you have really attractive feet. Anyway, so yeah, I think I will continue to do it. And it's not that I don't like people coming by. Yeah. I'm not sure I want to find out, Nero, but thanks.
Send me the link. I'll come.
Oh my goodness.
uh,
Nope, I
So,
really enjoy meeting people and finding people to game with and to connect with. It's just uncomfortable for it to be a lot of people. But playing a game while people are there is forcing me to not like, okay, concentrate's not the right word. It forces me to not be primarily aware of how socially uncomfortable I am. Aw, thank you, Nero. But
well,
you have
this
met my
is
husband, so I'm not sure why you think I'm dealing with that much.
this is true. I put her more in 24 hours than what you people could hope to do in a 2-hour session. Haha.
This is accurate.
It is
So,
not
I don't know.
accurate. I wouldn't know what you're talking about, Allie. I am innocent. just, shine up this tinfoil hat of mine. All right. Is there anybody particular that you would like to raid out to? Nero, I'm going to be opening up an OnlyFans. It's going to be entirely just the interior pieces of computers. We're going to take suggestive photos of it and put it up on an OnlyFans site.
We are going to go raid Mrs. Webby.
Who? Put their name in chat. I have no idea.
She came and followed me, and normally she has a lot more people in her chat, but she normally streams during the day. And
sounds like a new friend. We like new friends.
She is really cool. She plays a lot of PUBG.
Right.
But I think she's also played some Valheim.
Nice.
She would come hang out with me while I was in Valheim. So, and I haven't seen her stream in a while. So,
well, stick her name in chat.
Because I haven't been on Twitch. I'm not saying she hasn't streamed in a while. I'm saying I haven't been around in a while. And there is not really a lot of people in my list right now. So, seems Wednesday night is
since this is a Tuesday night, Wednesday night would be really difficult from now.
Well, hello, Morning Darkness. How are you?
Hi, Dawn.
And Dawn, Saturday is my birthday stream from like 7 a.m. your time until probably around noon, 1 o'clock. So, when you roll out of bed, come say hi.
Whenever she decides to crash and burn.
All right. So we are rating out.
You are absolutely correct on that, Nero. I will have to use that for a slogan. Yes, we do have the best MILFs.
Oh, yours is different than mine. What is yours?
What are you? No. Yeah, no. I just needed a name. Thank you.
Well, we're going to go visit Mrs. Webby.
Yes, mine's different. What you just did is run the here's the slogan command. Yeah, no.
Mm.
Yes, come ambush. We will be doing golf with friends and anything else there in between that we can get our hands on.
We're going to do some Minecraft first thing in the morning while we wake up. And then we're going to do some Fall Guys, some golf with friends, and some Lethal Company.
If any or all of that sounds like a good time, come on by, show up, and join in this celebration. And if you're not finding us on Stream, then we'll probably be hanging out. And one of any number of people from the den, from my streams to Mr. Zotakis, maybe running something too. We'll just see what all happens that day. It's going to be lots of fun.
Yes, I will go till I can't go anymore, and then I will raid somebody else who will continue the fun.
The shenanigans.
The shenanigans.
Morning Darkness thinks you're beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Wave by. Trail, it has been absolutely lovely having you here on Talk Tuesday. We have learned so much and had such a good time. Thank you for
You have
staying
me
up
so
past
cut off
your
you
bedtime.
can't see me waving. Good night, everybody.
Thank you
Thanks
for
hanging
giving us
out.
some of your time this evening. It has been an
Hopefully,
absolute
I will see
thrill and
lots of you
pleasure.
on Saturday for birthday shenanigans.
Well, you'll see me on Saturday.
Good night, Swifty.
All right. I'm going to go and do the stream closeout bit.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Mrs. Webby is very cool. Everyone should stick around. She's a lot of fun.
Well, we will definitely be doing that. All right. And with that, we're out. We're done. It's the end of the evening. But don't go anywhere. Oh, no. We're just getting started. Talk Tuesday will be back next week. And next week on Talk Tuesday, we are going to have a once named Blue Potato Cat. Now, Mrs. Crimson Cat is up for next week. So I would look for Talk Tuesday, probably start a little early. Maybe. We'll see. I will let everybody know, or we'll just turn on Talk Tuesday when it goes live. But until next time, we'd like to thank our resub, Sandy Vision, and our Raiders who came in. This has been absolutely fun. You are very quiet. I'm sorry. I'm quiet. That's unusual. Nobody's ever told me I'm quiet. But don't go anywhere. No, we're going to go say hi and make a new friend. Ad break. Oh, of course we would be in an ad break too. You know what? That's all right. We're going to go raid Miss Webby, courtesy of Shale's suggestion. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out. It has been an absolute thrill and a pleasure. Next week, again, is Miss Crimson Cat. So look out. It's going to be a good time. And we will see you all on Friday when I do my Friday stream. Until then, if you're looking more from the Den crew, Zoda, I think, will be running around tomorrow doing some Baldur's Gate 3 with Dope Games and Allosaurus. So that should prove to be a good time. Squirrel will be doing something on Thursday. I think she normally does something on Thursday. I think she'll have to correct me if I'm wrong or not, but still plenty of fantastic folks out there to go check out. And of course, the lovely Miss Morning Darkness is usually up and doing something. If you are sleepless and having a hard time getting to bed, let me tell you what, she will keep you very much so awake. But yes, let's go raid a Miss Webby. There we go. First message in chat is for all you lovely followers. The second one is for all you lovely subscribers. Whichever one you can use, copy it, spam it, let Miss Webby know where you guys are coming from, and let's tell her about Talk Tuesday and all the deep lore and the fantastic fantastic personality that is the Shalinar that we got to spend and hang out with this evening. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, you know how this goes. Bye for now.